In this video, we are going to show you the perfect itinerary for Eastern Canada. One of the questions we get the most is how to build a logical itinerary that combines the most important cities in the region, the cosmopolitan and modern Toronto, the historic capital, Ottawa, the vibrant and cultural Montreal, and the charming and European Quebec City, including Niagara Falls. To do this trip without rushing and truly enjoy the essence of Canada, we recommend at least 12 to 14 days. That is why we prepared a super complete 14-day itinerary with the best of this region detailed day by day. So let us get started. What is the best time to visit Eastern Canada? The region has 4 very well-defined and extreme seasons. The best time by far is summer from June to September, when the days are long, warm, and all attractions and parks are open. Autumn from September to October is famous for the colors of the leaves, the fall foliage which turns roads and parks red and orange, a unique visual spectacle. Winter from December to March is for the tough ones, with lots of snow and temperatures of 4 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. But it is magical to see Quebec City and skate on the Rideau Canal in Ottawa. Spring is the thaw season and can be rainy. And how many days to stay? To do this itinerary covering Toronto, Niagara Falls, Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec City, the bare minimum we recommend is 12 days. But to take it easy and include museums and parks, the ideal is 14 days. With 14 days, you can stay 4 nights in Toronto, 2 in Ottawa, 3 in Montreal, and 3 in Quebec City. Now let us talk about transportation. How to get around on this route. To arrive, you will probably fly into Toronto YYZ and return via Montreal YOL or vice versa, buying a multi-city ticket. To get around between cities, the best way is the VIA rail train. It is comfortable, has Wi-Fi, and leaves from city centers avoiding airport bureaucracy. The trip from Toronto to Ottawa takes 4.5 hours. From Ottawa to Montreal, 2 hours. From Montreal to Quebec, 3 hours. Renting a car is also a great option if you like driving, as the roads. Highway 401 and 417 are excellent and allow strategic stops like in the Thousand Islands region. If you rent a car, remember that parking in big cities is extremely expensive. Now let us get to the day by day. Day 1. Arrival in Toronto and downtown. Arrive via Pearson Airport YYZ. Take the UP Express train which drops you at Union Station downtown in 25 minutes. Check in at the hotel. Start exploring Yonge Dundas Square, which is the Times Square of Toronto. Walk to the Eaton Centre, a giant mall. Have dinner at Joey Eaton Centre for a lively atmosphere and good food. Day 2. Heights and Aquarium. In the morning, go to the CN Tower. It is the icon of Canada. Go up to the observation deck to see the city and Lake Ontario. The ticket costs about $35. If you are brave, do the edgewalk walking on the outside of the tower. Right next door, visit Ripley's Aquarium of Canada. It is fantastic with an underwater tunnel where sharks swim over your head. In the afternoon, visit Roundhouse Park and the Steam Whistle Brewery to taste the local Pilsner. Day 3. Day trip to Niagara Falls. Today is the day to see the falls. Take a tour bus or rent a car and go to Niagara Falls, an hour and a half from Toronto. Take the Hornblower boat tour that gets to the base of the Horseshoe Falls and soaks everything they give you a rain poncho. Walk along Clifton Hill, the street of wax museums and fun. If you want, visit the charming town of Niagara on the lake and try ice wine at a winery on the way back. Staying in a good region will make your trip much easier. The strategy on this route is to split accommodation into 4 bases. In Toronto, the best region is downtown, near Yonge Dundas Square, or the CN Tower, to do everything on foot or by subway. In Ottawa, stay in Byward Market or downtown, near Parliament. In Montreal, choose between the hustle of downtown or the charm of Old Montreal. In Quebec City, the complete experience is staying inside the walls in the Upper Town Vieux-Québec, or just outside them. We created this personalized map that explains exactly which is the best region in each of these cities. Staying in this marked area, you cannot go wrong. We will leave here on the screen QR code and in the description the link to this map. We created them on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices and free cancellation. And remembering that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to set up your entire trip for the lowest price. The sites we use to build our trips, and that have everything much cheaper, such as international eSIM, cell phone, chip discounted travel insurance tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, good and cheap hotels. We have already stayed at the car rental comparator, which is essential if you opt for the road trip, and the global account to carry Canadian dollars, paying much lower fees. Save this page in your favorites. Day 4. Culture and History in Toronto. Visit the Royal Ontario Museum ROM in the morning. The crystal architecture is incredible and the dinosaur and natural history exhibits are great. In the afternoon, walk through the Yorkville neighborhood, the luxury area with designer shops. Then go to the Distillery District, an old whiskey distillery turned into a pedestrian village with cool shops, cafes, and restaurants. It is the perfect place for dinner. Day 5. Trip to Ottawa. Take the VIA rail train at Union Station to Ottawa. The trip is smooth. Arrive in Ottawa and check in. Go straight to Byward Market, a historic market full of food stalls, restaurants, and nightlife. Try beaver tails. The fried dough in the shape of a beaver tail with cinnamon and sugar. Take a picture at the Ottawa sign. Day 6. Parliament and Canal. In the morning, visit Parliament Hill. The Gothic architecture is beautiful. Take the free guided tour reservation required to see the Senate and the House of Commons. Walk along the Rideau Canal, a UNESCO heritage site. In summer, it is full of boats. In winter, it is the largest skating rink in the world. In the afternoon, visit the Canadian Museum of History, which is on the other side of the river in Gatineau, and has the largest collection of totem poles in the world and a beautiful view of Parliament. Day 7. Trip to Montreal. Take the train to Montreal 2 hours. Arrive and go to the hotel. Start exploring St. Catherine Street downtown and the underground city RESO if it is cold. Enter the Notre Dame Basilica in Old Montreal in the late afternoon. The blue interior is stunning. If you can watch the Aura Light show at night, have dinner at Place Jacques Cartier. Day 8. Old Montreal and Port. Spend the day exploring Old Montreal. Walk along St. Paul Street full of art galleries. Go to the Old Port and ride the Great Observation Wheel to see the city from above. Have a poutine for lunch at La Banquise or a smoked meat sandwich at Schwartz S. Deli. Prepare for the line. At night, explore the nightlife on Crescent Street or Boulevard Saint Laurent. Day 9. Mount Royal and Biodome. Climb Mount Royal for a panoramic view of the city at the Condiaronk Lookout. It is a beautiful park designed by the creator of Central Park. In the afternoon, go to the Olympic Park to see the Incline Tower and visit the Biodome, a living museum where you walk through ecosystems of the Americas, seeing penguins and lynxes loose. The ticket needs to be scheduled. Day 10. Trip to Quebec City. Take the train or bus to Quebec City 3 hours. It is the jewel in the crown. Arrive and go to the hotel, preferably inside or near the walls. Walk along Dufferin Terrace in front of the imposing Chateau Frontenac, the most photographed hotel in the world. Take the funicular down to the Petit Champlain district in the lower town. It is the most charming and European place in the Americas. Have dinner at a French bistro. Day 11. History and walls. Visit the Citadel of Quebec and see the changing of the guard in summer. Walk on the fortifications walls of the city. Explore Saint-Jean Street and St. Louis Street. Visit the Boutique de Noël, which sells Christmas ornaments all year round. Have lunch at Aux Anciens Canadiens to taste typical Quebec food like meat pie tourtière. Day 12. Falls and Island of Orleans. Take the bus or car to Montmorency Falls, which are higher than Niagara. Cross the suspension bridge. Then cross the bridge to the island of Orleans, Ile d'Orléans. It is a rural island, full of strawberry farms, vineyards, and chocolate and cheese producers. It is a delicious gastronomic tour. Day 13. Free day or day trip. Use this day to revisit what you liked most. Shop at the Simon store in Quebec, or if you have a car, explore the Charlevoix region or the Sainte-Anne-de-Beaupré Shrine. In winter, visit the Ice Hotel, which is 20 minutes from the city. Day 14. Return. Take the train back to Montreal for your return flight. Usually direct flights leave from there or Toronto. An important tip is to buy tickets for attractions in advance. The CN Tower, the boat in Niagara, and the Biodome have scheduled times. We will leave in the QR code on the screen and in the description the link to the site where we always buy tickets for the lowest price. It is the largest tour site in the world, and you buy in dollar-saving fees. Quick shopping tips. Dollarama for cheap souvenirs and snacks. Roots for Canadian sweatshirts. Hudson S. Bay for traditional department store brands. And of course, buy maple syrup to take home. And how much does it cost to eat in Canada? A coffee at Tim Hortons costs $2, a poutine $8, a dinner in a medium restaurant $35. The tip of 15 to 20% is mandatory. Mandatory documentation for international tourists. To enter Canada, you need to be aware of the current rules. If you are a U.S. citizen, you just need your passport. For other nationalities, check if you need a visa or an electronic travel authorization called ETA, which is cheap, costs $7 Canadian and comes out in minutes. Always check the updated rules with the consulate before boarding, as diplomatic rules can change. And second, travel insurance. Medical costs in Canada are extremely high, and an emergency can cost thousands of dollars. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there is the comparator we use, which always finds insurance for half the price. If you liked this complete itinerary, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much and safe travels.